I have his photo here. I can show you. In hoodie, he actually was there in attendance and participated during that demonstration in the last court appearance. As of last night, several suspects were identified and arrests have since begun. President Barrow has assured that under our democratic dispensation, all and every person accused, no matter how heinous their alleged crime or crimes, will be accorded their rights to legal representation and go through the full legal cycle, and as in all democracies.
Pasamaja will be very happy to hear that.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was. You didn't hear his commentary.
No.
He was worried about all these calls for reimposition of the death penalty and some of the public reaction you hear. Let me read this text, for instance. Hello, good morning, Uncle Peter. This man who shot the officers should not be taken to prison. Let them just investigate him, and after the investigation, let him just be killed by hanging. And all the media platforms should be present and take live TV.
The killing in cold blood, Peter, of two innocent young men, and the gunning down of a female policewoman, who were doing nothing but doing national duty. I think it's a very heinous crime.
It is.
And anybody who celebrate this crime, really, you need to see a psychologist for some mental evaluation.
And to be honest, there have been celebrations on social media.
Yeah,
through audios and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I have been sleepless for the past one. President Barrow actually didn't sleep the whole of Tuesday night, and because he cannot just believe that people could just orchestrate this kind of thing. And Peter, I'm not going to dwell into most of the information I have.
That's why I'm not asking certain questions.
Yes,
as I sit here, I know. I've been tempted to ask certain follow-up questions.
The information is overwhelming. In America, they say TMI, too much information. And I have to be very economical, like they say in the Gambia, with what I have. At least it affects the investigation.
Absolutely.
But what I can tell you is, had the alleged gunman succeeded, he and his co-conspirators, there would have been chaos and confusion in this country, because for a good 1 week, they were surveillancing paramilitary posts, checkpoints, and they wanted to at least kill half a dozen paramilitary officers.
Really?
That was the motivation. So the police are unearthing evidence after evidence after evidence, and family members, friends who actually knew about this, people that the perpetrator spoke to and confided and confessed, should also report to the closest police station or the nearest police station. The man, after he shot these people, allegedly shot these people, was met by co-conspirators at a mosque within that vicinity, who actually provided the getaway car and drove him into the thick forest of Casamas for safety. So the police have uncovered this because Mr. Bojang has been exceptionally cooperative, and they're very happy with his information.
Yeah. Again, as you say, we are trying not to divulge too much, but when you talk about attack on police stations and an intention to kill more than half a dozen security officials, every time, security installations have been attacked in this country, it's been with a calculated attempt to topple the government. You're not suggesting that this could have been the latest attempt to topple a democratically elected government in the Gambia?
It would be premature to say that. However, preliminary investigations are just overwhelmingly interested. I would put it that way.
Yes. We need to be very careful.
And I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying that preliminary investigations are yielding great leads, and the police are very happy.
Good morning, Peter. I'm joining the rest of Gambians in expressing my heartfelt condolence to the victims' families and entire Gambia. Peter, I don't know what is the secret behind the shootings. I don't think it's necessary for government spokesman to come there and give us the president's reaction. We all see his reaction. Let them work on the reforms, I suppose that would be security reforms, truth and reconciliation, that is better. And and give the money to the people who deserve. I suppose this is about acting on the recommendations of the TRRC and also, really moving faster with the security sector reforms.
Peter, that is a great question for another day. Today, Gambians are talking about the death of 2 innocent men. That has nothing to do with TRRC. It has nothing to do. Well, is there evidence that these people were complicit in the atrocities that happened here 22 years ago? Absolutely not. These are young kids, Peter. So when we are addressing serious issues, let's talk about serious issues. By no means trying to diminish or devalue the significance of the TRRC is one thing I supported fully. But today, I think every conscious and conscientious Gambian should be worried that the people who actually put their lives on the line or in the line, and every day, come rain, come shine, on the roads, in the ravines, on the bridges, whether it's hot or not, these are people who sometimes without even arms, Peter, stand there to make sure that we are secure. So I think when they suffer, every Gambian should actually feel that you've lost a family member.
Good morning, Peter. My fear is the judiciary to claim the culprit's insanity proven by false medical reports. I know the police will do their part professionally and efficiently. I pray for the highest place in Jannah for the deceased and a speedy recovery for the female constable. I suppose in this matter, as President says, everybody will work towards, reaching the right decision, so that all parties, get the justice they demand, they deserve. I suppose that's all. All right.
I have no evidence that fake medical reports are a tradition in court cases. Probably the questioner knows better. I wouldn't dwell onto stuff that I'm totally innocent and ignorant about.
So President Barrow has visited the crime scene. He's visited the
Hospital.
WPC, the hospital where she's admitted battling her life. I mean, did he chat to you about his experience, things he might have said, at the crime scene in Sukuta, and what transpired between her and, the victim in hospital?
Until the investigations began to unravel, he actually wasn't so he was just so curious what the motivation.
Everybody wants to know what the motive for this attack is, yes.
And Peter, Gambians are also very good at confusing people. After the right person was identified and arrested, they started providing images and photos of wrong people, totally innocent, just to confuse people.
That's what social media does.
In this case, though, I think social media has done a good job I think families talking, and then they say he's in neighborhood, he's here. So sometimes social media is not all that,
No. Nobody's saying all the time.
Yeah, positively put to use is a very good tool.
Absolutely.
Yes. But negatively.
And that was why it was designed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not to insult mothers and, yeah.
He gave 100,000 to the victim or the victim's family, I understand.
The victim's family.
Yeah.
Yes. That was $1 million bounty for anybody who may. In this case, I think since it's government.
That's the bounty on the head of the running away. But I hear 100,000.
Yes, the 100, and then the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Momodu Sow, also actually gave $25,000 on behalf of the police there. And as we went to press, like we say, I know the police female network, of which the lady is a member, has also been coming together, and they plan to, I think, also visit the hospital and also give some money to help in her recoveries.
All right. Let me see. There's one text here I must read. It's about you and, Where's the text?
We actually still have it. There's just a moratorium. President Barrow has decided to place a moratorium on it, but to the best of my knowledge and belief, I think it is still in our books. So that's what it is. It doesn't mean that it has been quashed off the Constitution. It is still there.
Okay.
He just decided that there is a moratorium on the death penalty.
This is the text I was looking for. Good morning, Mr. P. My condolences to the officers who have lost their lives at the hands of this killer. On the other hand, I am happy that Sankareh is back on the program. Please, Peter, try to keep him coming to the Tuesday program. It is important for the public to express their concerns about the government, even though they cannot solve all the problems they hear from the people. And this is from a very, popular texter. Can you guess? Bubakar Sano from Fajikunda.
Oh, okay.
He's been texting like for ages.
I thought he's the guy from Faraba Banda.
No.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Thank you very much for coming. And, if there are more major developments within the next 24 hours, we'll drag you back into the studio here.
Yeah, or I'll call you and give you the information.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
My profound pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
All right.